Jeffrey wakes up at 11 a.m. Adonis wakes up at 6 a.m. By December, Jeffrey made $47,000. Adonis, $180,000. Same skills, same laptop, same work from home setup. So what the hell happened? Stick around, because what I'm about to show you will make you question every hour you've ever worked. Look, I get it. You started working from home because you wanted freedom, time, money on your terms. But somehow, you're working more hours and making less money than people who seem to work half as much. Today, we're breaking down the exact system that separates the Jeffreys from the Adonises of the world. And fair warning, if you're watching this at 2 p.m., you're already behind. The cognitive advantage. Let's start with Jeffrey. He's at his desk by noon, coffee in hand, ready to crush it. He opens 47 browser tabs, checks Slack, scrolls Twitter for market research, and finally starts working around 1 p.m. By 3 p.m., he's exhausted. Sound familiar? Here's what's happening in his brain. By the time Jeffrey sits down, he's already burned through what scientists call his cognitive budget. Every decision you make, what to eat, what to wear, which email to answer, first drains this budget. Adonis, he's different. He wakes up at 6 a.m. when his prefrontal cortex is firing on all cylinders. His willpower is at 100%. His dopamine receptors are fresh. He tackles his hardest task first, the one that actually makes money before his brain has time to negotiate. While Jeffrey is still deciding between oatmeal and cereal, Adonis has already written a sales page that'll make $5,000 next month. Research from the University of Toronto shows that our cognitive performance peaks 2 to 4 hours after waking up. Your brain is literally 3 times better at complex problem solving in the morning. But here's where it gets interesting. This window closes fast. By afternoon, your brain is running on fumes, making you 40% slower at the same task you crushed in the morning. So when Jeffrey finally starts his deep work at 2 p.m., he's working with 60% capacity. Adonis at 7 a.m., 100%, same hours, triple the output. Okay, so morning work is more productive, but that's not the scary part. The scary part is what happens to Jeffrey's money while he sleeps in. And I mean this literally. The compound effect. Let's do some math that'll keep you up tonight. Jeffrey works 8 hours a day, starting at noon. He's busy. He's grinding. He finishes around 8 p.m., feeling burnt out, but productive. Adonis works 6 hours a day, starting at 6 a.m., done by noon. By the end of the week, Jeffrey worked 40 hours. Adonis, 30. But here's the twist. Adonis made more money, way more. Why? Because productivity isn't about time, it's about energy alignment. Morning hours aren't just better, they're compounding. When you do high-value work in peak cognitive hours, you make fewer mistakes. Fewer mistakes mean less time fixing things. Less fixing means more creating. More creating means more money. Jeffrey spends his afternoons in what I call correction mode, cleaning up the sloppy work he did while half-focused. He's not moving forward. He's treading water. Ever notice how you can write an email in 5 minutes at 8 a.m., but that same email takes 25 minutes at 4 p.m.? That's not laziness. That's biology. Adonis finishes his deep work by 10 a.m. His afternoons? Meetings, admin stuff, emails, the low-stakes tasks that don't require genius. He's not fighting his biology. He's using it. Over a year, this compounds hard. We're talking about a 300% difference in output quality, which translates directly to income. Jeffrey hits $47,000 because he's always working uphill. Adonis hits $180,000 because he's working with the current, not against it. But wait, maybe you're thinking, I'm just not a morning person. Cool. Neither was Adonis. Until he understood the real secret behind morning work, the environmental control. Here's what nobody tells you about working from home. The world is designed to interrupt you. Slack messages, phone calls, the neighbor's dog, your roommate asking where the remote is. Jeffrey starts work when everyone else is already in chaos mode. His day is reactive from minute one. He's putting out fires, not building empires. By the time he sits down, there are already 15 Slack messages, 3 urgent emails, and a package being delivered. His attention is split before he even begins. Adonis? He starts when the world is silent. 6 a.m. is his cheat code. No notifications, no interruptions, no distractions. Just him, his laptop, and the work that pays. He protects these hours like his life depends on it, because financially, it does. There's a psychological phenomenon called decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the worse your decisions become. By starting early, Adonis makes all his high-stakes decisions before his brain is contaminated by the chaos of the day. Jeffrey, by the time he's working, he's already made 100 micro-decisions. His brain is fried. His judgment is clouded. He chooses the easy task over the valuable one because he's already exhausted. Let me ask you something. What would your income look like if you spent 90 focused minutes every morning on the one task that makes you money? Not busy work, not emails, the real work. Adonis does this every single day. One 90-minute block at 6:30 a.m. That's it. That's the whole secret. And that single block generates more revenue than Jeffrey's entire afternoon. The morning isn't just about productivity. It's about control. When you own your morning, you own your day. When you own your day, you own your income. When you own your income, you own your life. So here's the uncomfortable truth you need to hear. The cost of waiting. Every day you sleep in. Every day you ease into work. Every day you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. You're not just losing productivity. You're losing money. Real, actual, spendable money. If morning work is worth 3 times more and you're skipping it, you're essentially working at a 66% discount. You're putting in full effort for 1/3 of the results. Jeffrey doesn't understand this. He thinks he's working hard. He is working hard, but he's working hard at the wrong time, which means he's working hard for less. Adonis learned this the expensive way. He used to be Jeffrey, waking up late, grinding all day, wondering why his bank account wasn't growing. Then he ran the math and nearly threw up. He realized that every late morning cost him roughly $500 in potential earnings per day. That's $3,500 a week, $15,000 a month, $180,000 a year. Not because he was lazy, but because he was working against his biology. Look, I'm not saying you need to become a 4 a.m. psychopath, but if you're serious about making more money while working less, you need to respect the science. Your brain has an expiration date every single day. Use it when it's fresh or waste it when it's fried. The choice is yours, but so are the consequences. The good news? You can start tomorrow. Set your alarm for 6 a.m. Do one high-value task before the world wakes up, just one, and watch what happens. Adonis didn't transform overnight. He started with one morning, then another, then another. 6 months later, his income tripled. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep being Jeffrey, working hard for scraps? Or are you ready to become Adonis and make morning work pay? If you want to dive deeper into exactly how to structure your morning routine for maximum income, the specific tasks, the exact schedule, and the tools that make this 10 times easier, I will get another video breaking down the entire system. Don't sleep on this. Literally. See you at 6 a.m.